Go shoot.
Hi guys, this is Benjamin Mungole and welcome to Culture Talk.
Yes, sir. Hey, Benjamin.
Hello?
What good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come with energy for you today, my G.
Big energy, guys. Big ups.
Yes, sir. So, welcome to Culture Talk. My name is Kulturedkhun. On Kulturedkhun, I am the host of a podcast which is on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Breaker, Public, Pocket Cast, so on and so forth, etc. it out. And I'm also trying to do a little thing on TikTok, not as big as him. Join YouTube this year. And on the YouTube channel, I've decided to spotlight and focus on people that are creating content within, people with interesting stories who tell that of their own other people. And that's why he's here. So, Benjamin Mungole, we've been profiling you for a little bit. You've grown. You've had a little growth spurt over the last year. And I just want to detail that discovery of yourself and finding the medium of content creation in Zambia. How has that been for you? So, let's start with who you are, what you do, and why you do that. So, who are you?
I'm Benjamin Mungole. I'm 18 years old. I recently turned 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, and what do you do?
You just need a basic introduction. So what I do is I make YouTube content, TikTok, Instagram. That's basically what I do.
Why do you create content?
Yeah, so the reason why I make content is because it's a way of how I express myself. It's also like a medium of like documenting certain things that I've done, that I want to do. You know, you're trying out different things with your friends, family, and that's basically it. You know, doing something for the viewers. You know, the people that just love to see you. That's the reason why I do it.
I rock with that. So when did you get into content creation?
I started making content in December 2020. I remember that was December the 15th of 2020 when I made my first ever TikTok video.
Okay.
Then after about a month later, about almost a month, 3 weeks and some days later, I made my first ever YouTube video. Yeah, I made my first ever YouTube video. That was December the 9th or the 19th. I don't remember the date. And ever since then, I just became part of me.
So which content creators, particularly on TikTok, did you try to emulate in what you did?
TikTok, I don't feel I had any. Okay. I just wanted to like on TikTok, I just wanted to do anything, like, because at that time I remember everyone was like making TikTok videos.
Yeah.
So I gave it a try. I remember in July I made a TikTok with my cousin. We made a TikTok. I remember it was that Drake flip, like, gonna flip the switch challenge. Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
Then after some time I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just give it a try again. In December I actually just started making videos. I was just seeing, like, what's trending. How you start off. What's trending. I was watching some YouTube videos about, okay, how to go viral. Yeah, I know that stuff. So that's basically what I did. Then after some time, I just realized I just wanted a way of making people relate to me through things that I've been through. That's why I started making those. These are the 5 reasons why. Like, people really like that. Then I just kept doing it.
Okay, so talk us through the transition from TikTok to YouTube, because obviously TikTok is what's viral right now. What made you decide to diversify?
Initially, the initial plan has always been YouTube.
Okay.
Like, I remember ever since 10th grade, I would sit, like from 10th grade to 12th grade, I would sit with my friends in my class. Every single day we just talk. We just wanted to like make YouTube videos. We talked about it every single day. I remember math class, science class, whatever class, you name it. I was there talking about YouTube with my friends. It's just something that just grown us, and I guess it's something that I'm doing now, and my friends too. We do create sometimes together. They also do their own thing, so it's pretty cool that we followed up through that.
All right, and which creators on YouTube then have inspired you?
At the time when I was starting, right, I would say the YouTubers I normally watched, there's DDG,
Okay.
there's FaZe Rug,
Yeah.
there's Mr. Beast. Those are like people abroad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, FaZe Rug, Mr. Beast. There are just so many creators. There's Unisport, there's Teaching Men's Fashion, and everyone has got their own way of doing things.
True.
But then in Zambia, of course, you have people like there's Mixka Samoa, there's Lombe Posa, there's Nyemba, there's so many other people. I remember there was a time there was who else? Okay, I'll just name those like just for now. Like some of the people that influenced me even like along the journey.
Yeah.
But when you think of it, in terms of being inspired to do something, I feel you can only get inspired to do a certain thing in a certain way by another person, right? Because when you're starting, they may give you the type of like adrenaline, that feeling like you also want to do that.
Yeah.
But then all you necessarily do is just like get some certain aspects of them. Because even for me, when we talked earlier, I remember I told you about the time when I was in that phase of that that Cassie Neistat, David Dobrik type of thing when I was experimenting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, those are people that also influenced me in a certain way, like recently, right? So I tried to make that type of content, but then I tried, I failed. I was like, okay, it's not necessarily for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I learned from that, I found my way of like doing it.
Yeah.
So I feel that's how so I just feel that's how it is, like that's how you learn from it.
Okay, and how have your friends and family taken to you being a creator?
My friends and family are very supportive. Mostly, it's, it always starts with your friends, right?
True.
Yeah, it starts with your friends because those are the people you first open up to, you talk to. Then when it comes to family, it's only recently, like in fact this month when like family we started like knowing, like okay, like when I even talk to my family, like I'll tell my dad, maybe my auntie, stuff like that. I feel it's only recent when I was like really open because I realized that if I'm going to do something, there's like no reason to hide it.
Very true.
And at the start I was hiding it, so I'd always get that pressure, like when you feel you have to make it, like like even in every household, like your parents would say the only way to make it is like through like you go to university and stuff, and that's not even like something wrong. Like you should never look at your parents to like never think of it like they don't want you to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
They want the best for you. Like if you think about it, they always want the best for you. Like my mom, she wants the best for me, so she's always constantly telling me that. And like I told you again, at the start of the year, my mom and I argued a lot about it. Start university at the start of the year, but I felt that was like too fast of a transition for me, like from finishing school to going straight into university, right? So I was like, let me give myself this 1 year. I just try out different things, I learn myself, and maybe through that, it will be much better for me. Then, I started talking to my family about it. I even told my mom, like everything, I told my family everything that's happening. And when you think of it, all those fears of you thinking like, they'll judge you in this certain way, it's all in your head. Like people actually support you. Like my auntie, I recently told her, she actually said she's proud of me. My mom, she's always proud of me. She's happy. She watches my videos, happy. Everyone. So that's basically just how I see it. I just wanted to put that out. For a long time, I've been wanting to put that out, and the fact that I have a platform to like say it, I'll put it out.
No, respect that. You seem to be really happy with where you're going, and I think the conversation seemed to have been organic with your family in particular. So I'd like to just pick a bit more on that as far as prejudice and stereotypes, because obviously, being content creators, there's this idea of being a starving artist in Zambia, like, there's no money in this stuff, in creating or being creative, just stick to the books. And for you personally, are you trying to, I won't say live a double life, but are you trying to pair content creation and school, or is it one or the other? Is one more important? What's the priority for you right now?
Well, how I see it and how I've always been is that I've always managed to put things together.
Okay.
Because even during school, I couldn't just focus on doing school alone, because it would give so much pressure,
Mm-hmm.
So what I decided to do, because I also love football, right?
Yeah.
I would play football a lot, but I would also make time to study.
Right.
So even with like when I had football, making content and school, I would make time for everything because we all have 24 hours in a day. But how do we use that time? Like other people use it for different things. Like we all have our own interests and stuff, but you can't just study like 24 hours. Like every single day you're studying. You sometimes you need to relax. And for me, making content started off as it was just a hobby. Like it was something I just wanted to do. It was a way of like expressing myself, like I said. So as time went by, I just realized that I'm getting good at it. I'm progressing. So why not put more time into it? Of course, it somehow affected like my school in some way, but I always just had to find a way to make time. So I don't think one or the other is important because education is very important.
Very true.
And there are different ways you can educate yourself. And as far as making money, doing whatever you want to do, I just feel it's just you as a person. Like what value are you putting? Because you can have two different people. Like you can have a person that maybe has a master's degree and one that has a degree, but maybe this person has got a certain set of skills that would maybe beat this person in some way, and they will still have a higher position. Like if you think of it, it's just you as a person. Like how are you putting yourself out there, making connections, talking to people, learning, trying and failing, learning from your mistakes. Also like praying to God, which is also like very important, even for me as a person and for everybody. It's very important that you pray because you don't know how God is going to open doors for you. That's how I put it. So I guess you can't really just narrow it down to just like one thing. So even though as far as people say like no, making money in this field, it's not possible. Like you can't be a footballer, you can't do this, you can't do that. People just put their fears onto you, but it's just you as a person. How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to show them? You have to learn. Just find ways to make what you want to do happen. That's basically all I'm saying. You just have to put your mind to it. It's a sacrifice. Some of the things like spending time with friends, like for me, sometimes my friends do say that, because of most of the times if I'm like maybe doing like different things, like I have to move from doing this to doing that, my friends say I don't like spend most time with them, and that's not because like I don't want to talk to them, but it's because I just started putting my focus into like building what I want to be because it's something bigger than than who I am. Because it's something like when you think deeply inside of you and the things that you want to do, like maybe you want to be a philanthropist and stuff.
Oh.
All that stuff comes from each step that you take, right? Then when you don't have time, you just don't have time, and yeah. But it's not like I'm putting it in a bad way, You just need to make time. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. I'm still trying to figure it out.
No, that's fair enough. You've mentioned football and you mentioned God, so I want to talk about those hobbies.
Yeah.
Which of those hobbies do you find were best suited for me time? Because it seems to be you catering towards other people. But as far as Benjamin, what is Benjamin genuinely doing for himself?
For me personally, I would say most important thing is you have to put God first. In anything that you do, you never really know how things would be like, even from the next 1 minute from now. You don't know what's going to happen. But all I try to do is like, I just take some time, even just a minute inside, I just pray to myself, okay, I just pray to God, I pray to God, I just ask if He can, He guides me. Even before every game, I do that. Like that thing of just trying to pray, spend time with God, I'm also building it because, all these things, it takes time to build. But most important thing, God first. Then when it comes to football, it's just something that I love to do. Like it's like one of like my God-given talents to like.
So where did that love come from?
Huh?
Where did that love come from?
I think it just came from like, when you're growing up as a kid, you watch people playing football, you watch your older brothers, you watch people on the TV, you see. By that time, maybe I was watching. I think by that time I was watching like Messi, Ronaldo, because those are people I've seen, like Wayne Rooney, because I'm a Manchester United supporter.
Rip.
Yeah, I know. I know. Man U is. I know, but I've been there when they were at the top, and I'm still here at the bottom. That's all I can say. Yeah. So, yeah. So that love just came from just seeing from what you're around. See your brothers, like I said, you see people around. They play football. You try it. You love it. And I remember when I was young, when I was 7 years old, my mom bought me some pairs of boots. Ever since that time, I was hooked to football. Ever since, and to this day, even when I was in school, right? Football was always the talk. My teachers would always tell my grandma whenever she would get my results, no, tell him to stop playing. But no one could stop me from just playing football because I just loved to do it. When you love something, you love something. There's nothing you can do about it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know whether you know or whether you're aware that currently we're suffering a crisis of masculinity. So a lot of males from 14 to 19, which is your age range, seem to be suffering from mental health issues. So we're going to take a bit of a darker turn and ask you, what are your thoughts on mental health? Have you experienced those challenges or seen people around you? And how do you cope with some things and struggles?
I'll start by saying, I feel everybody faces certain challenges. Even for me, most recently, most of my viewers know that I took a break for making content, right? And I feel that really at that time, it was really messing me up, but I couldn't really see it because I was so focused on, okay, I wake up, I make a video, wake up, I make a video, wake up, I make a video. But then I wasn't focused on myself. The simple things that you do, even in a day. Yeah. You go for a walk, you spend time with your family. I wasn't doing that. There were times where I just put my focus on, okay, you know what? I have to edit this video. Maybe my family is watching a movie or something, right? Then I'll just be on my phone. Okay, I have to edit this video. But then when you really shift how your mind should be from chasing certain things to just focusing on what's really important, that's what I'm just trying to do right now. And I would say that thing about the topic of facing mental health problems and stuff. I feel everybody faces them. Some people don't speak open about it, maybe how I'm doing it. But recently, when one of the things I felt wouldn't really happen, when I lost my grandfather, right? That was this is one of the hardest challenges I'm facing. Even right now, it's only now that I'm actually trying. I'm doing my best, but okay, I've talked a lot. I don't really know what I'm saying.
No, it's okay. It's okay as long as you're expressing yourself.
I don't know how to put it because it's something new to me. Because I recently turned 18. I've just gotten exposed to how life is, the world and stuff. But we just need to find ways of coping with that. For me, that's why prayer is a big thing. Because even when I would be when I would have when I would have anxiety, right? When I would have anxiety, I pray. I talk to my mom, my grandma. That's basically what I do. I just pray. I talk to my grandma. I just put everything on God's hands because before I was doing that, I wanted to do everything like myself. I felt, okay, I'm the man. I have to do it. Everything I had to do it myself. But then, that's why you have family, you have friends. So if you're facing any sort of mental health problems, if you're facing anything that you just don't want to open up to with other people, you're not alone. Basically, you're not alone. There are so many people out there who can help you. You have your friend, you have your mom, you have your dad. Just try and talk to them. And parents also need to realize that we are not them, and how people deal with certain things. It's very different. How I would deal with something and how maybe you would deal with something. It's also different. So at the end of the day, we just need to find what works for us as people. But for me, I would say praying to God, spending time with the scripture, because there are scriptures that I've seen that really talk about even things about anxiety and stuff and how they can help you, and they have helped me. So hopefully they can also help you guys as well. And I'm 100% sure that they can. You just need to, shift your mind, put God first, talk to people, and I think that way you are going to maybe deal with it in a better way than how you are dealing with it before, because it's progress, because you're not alone. Sometimes, especially as guys, you have all those pressures, even for me personally, there's that pressure of, when you think, okay, you have to make it out. What am I doing? I have to provide. There'll be a point where you have to provide for your family. Even just now, there are times I just think to myself, okay, I need to make it. You have your goals, you have your what, but it's one step at a time, one day at a time. You just focus on what you have to do today. The worries of today are for today, and the ones for tomorrow are for tomorrow. That's basically it. I don't know if I've answered that question, because it's it's kind of new to me. So I feel I'm also still learning. Maybe after some time I would know how to specifically talk to people about that. And yeah,
I think honesty is the best policy. And if I'm being honest, I've been quite humbled by your answer. I think a lot of people don't spend time with themselves. A lot of guys in particular, we want to be out with the boys, whether it's drinking, smoking with girls. But then when you're alone, it's just when it's scary times, because, mind's a dark place. Especially if you don't, if you don't explore, if you don't familiarize yourself. So you've handled that question wonderfully. So I think just to close out, is there any advice you have for young people, youths such as us, who are struggling to express themselves, whether it's through media or otherwise?
I feel when it comes to when you're young, right? One of the most important, I've mentioned the aspect of putting God first, right?
Uh-huh.
But when you in terms of being in a certain field, right? What you have to do, there is no one answer to doing something the right way or stuff like that, or the right advice from someone. So you just need to learn how to learn from you need to learn how to get this different aspects from different people.
Yeah.
You maybe learn a certain thing from me, and you learn by just by doing. Because I remember I once saw a video I think on TikTok, where Lil Wayne was talking about the way to how to be successful is through repetition. If you want to be smart in school, it's repetition. If you want to be a good rapper, whatever, it's repetition. So it's just by try and you fail. You try and you fail. People will talk, regardless. People will talk. If you just decide to sit down, people will talk. If you have a dream, you speak about it, and then you don't want to do anything, people will talk. If you do if you do something that's good for you, people will talk regardless of what you do. People are going to talk. But you as a person, you just try. You learn from your failures, and don't be afraid to take risks, because when you're young, you just need to try and fail. At the end of the day, I mean, how are you going to learn if this is bad, this is good? But the risks have to be calculated. You also have to see what am I losing from this? What am I gaining from that? If you want to be successful, maybe for making content and stuff, I only have 2,000 subscribers, and I'm not really that big. But I would say if you want to make it your first 1,000 subscribers, you just have to work for it. People especially as a teenager, right? You have that mindset of that sort of success gap, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a difference between being actually successful at something and having it just in your mindset, because you get so many compliments from people. People say, "I know it's sad." They say, "Your content is," and then if you're not careful, because negative comments and positive comments are both bad in some way. I'm not saying it's wrong to be positive, right? But on a person, if all the content, or if every time people are always telling you no, you're the man, your mind gets to feed on that, and then what do you start to think? No, I'm the guy, I'm the big man. You see, you become arrogant and stuff, and that happened to me at some point. But then you shift your mind. Just do what you have to do, because I don't know really. I mean, I'm still young, like I said. I'm still trying to. I don't know what the future holds, but I hope it's the best, because I have so many big plans for myself, for the country. I really want to document how things would be for me, and maybe, God willingly, everything happens how I feel it's supposed to happen. But it's God's plans, and I know for you too. Just do what you have to do every day. Set goals that you want to do. Try try your best to handle, like, actually, like, execute the goals, weigh your progress, and try. You fail, take a risk. You fail, try again. You fail, try again. You see if this doesn't work for you, that doesn't work for you. Don't be too caught up in social media. It's not like really good for your health, because people just normally post the best side of it.
True.
Sometimes they do post like, okay, no, things are not going good, but that's just how it is. It's social media, so you don't envy, don't compare yourself to other people. You just learn from them. And another thing teenagers need to learn, that thing of bringing each other down. Like, like one of my favorite rappers, right, once talked about people want to make it out, but then they don't want to see another person make it out, right? For me personally, I will say this with truth. You know, there are times where even just deep down, like if your friend has a certain success in your life, then you try to compare. You, like, where I would see another YouTuber maybe get 1K views at, like, within this type of, and then I would go on my, no, but look at me, my video. But then you see, it's all that, it all gets cramped in your mind. So you just need to set yourself free. Just focus on what you have to do. Focus on yourself. Don't focus too much on the numbers. Focus on making the best videos, because when you focus on the numbers, you see, you start to do things that you don't even want to do. And I'm saying this because it's what's happened to me. So I'm just putting out what I feel I've experienced, and that's what I'm just trying to do. Just trying to be honest, trying to really shed more light into what people may feel about or think about this. What do you call it? Field?
Yes, sir. That's what it is.
That's basically.
So, right, to close out, I need to look in the camera and wish those sweethearts and whoever has helped you along the way a shout out.
Yeah, so I'd just like to give a very, very big shout out to every single person that has supported me, and to all those people that doubted me. Keep doubting. One day you're going to see that we're going to make it. It's just time. So all the people that have subscribed, every single view, comment, like, every single share, you guys are the ones that are making this happen, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful. We just give it time. Road to 1 million subscribers.
Alhamdulillah.
That's the first goal. The next goal is beating Mr. Beast.
Inshallah. It will happen though. Thank you for coming on Culture Talk. Obviously, for those of you, whatever you call your fans, thank you.
My supporters. I know at the start I used to call them the 23 fam, but that was quite corny. So I was just like, I let you go. I was like, okay, it's just going to happen. So you guys should comment below what you want to be called. As my supporters, as my community, you guys are going to decide that.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me profile him. It's been a great story to spotlight. Obviously, keep him growing. We want to hit 1 million, and after 1 million, beat whoever. So yeah, yes sir. So
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, that will happen, and by God's grace, may the blessings come in abundance. So I think we'll sign out here.
Yes, I also want to say thank you for having me here too. It's a very big opportunity. I'm actually thankful and I'm grateful. Yeah.
Let me do it like how I do my YouTube intro.
Yes.
Let's go.
We can.
Oh no! Hi guys, this is Culture Talk. Oh my dude. Let's go. Hi guys.
Hold on.
Welcome to Culture Talk. This is Ben. No, well, hi guys. This is Benjamin Mungole and welcome to Culture Talk.